Hi, welcome to Jamie with Click the Mouse. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Brad.
And we're here to talk to you today about the Disney dining plan options. We wanted to give you some tips and tricks for your next Disney vacation. So, Brad, I thought we would start off by giving kind of an overview of the different dining plans. The first dining plan option is the quick service dining plan. The quick service dining plan includes 2 counter service meals per night per person, 2 snacks per night per person, and a refillable resort mug. It's like, So, guess how much that plan costs, Brad?
How much does that plan cost, Jamie?
Per adult, $52.50. And kids actually are only $21.74. And kids are considered from age 3 to 9. And the next dining plan is known as the standard dining plan, or also plus dining plan. So what it includes is 1 quick service meal credit per person per night, 1 table service credit per person per night, 2 snack credits, and the refillable resort mug. And the standard dining plan cost is $75.49 per adult. And for kids ages 3 and 9, it is $25.79. Last dining plan is, we've actually never done this last dining plan.
The deluxe dining plan.
Oh man, we're just not deluxe people.
No, we will be one day.
One day. So with the deluxe dining plan, that includes 3 meals at your choice counter service restaurant or table service meals. So you can interchange them. Obviously, you'd be getting more better value if you're using the table service meals for that. And the deluxe dining plan cost is $116.25 per adult and $39.99 per child. So those are pretty much the dining plan options. You can kind of choose which one's the best option for your family. If you like to be a family that's on the go, doesn't want to do a sit down meal, then the quick service, counter service package probably is better for you. For our family, we love the standard dining plan because we really enjoy having that 1 table service meal where we sit down, take a break in air conditioning, and really chill out and eat and get served our food and just enjoy. So.
Yeah, we love it too because one of the best parts about Disney World, you might like the rides, you might like the parades, maybe you like the character experiences, but nothing's as good as the food. I go to Disney World to eat, and with the sit-down service meals, you're not worrying about should I get the steak or should I just cheap out and get the chicken nuggets. No, I'm going for the steak every time.
That's right. But these are some common questions that I get asked about the dining plan all the time. So we're just going to answer some questions. Question number 1, can you use the dining plan only at your resort? You can use the dining plan anywhere. You can not only use it at your resort, but also throughout the parks. There are very few restaurants that are not included on the dining plan. And another question I get is the dining plan a good option for people with allergies? And the answer is yes, it's awesome for people with allergies. I've seen people who have lactose intolerance or gluten allergies, and they go to the restaurants and they can actually speak right to the chefs. They just alert their server when they get there. The chef will actually come right out to the table and tell you what meals will fit into your special dietary concerns.
One of the questions that Jamie gets a lot is regarding these awesome mugs again. The question is, where can I use them? Where can I refill my mug for free? The answer to that question is pretty simple. It's just at your resort.
Yeah, that's the reason why it's called the resort mug. The other question I get asked often is, do I need to budget in any other money when I get still the dining plan? And the answer is yes. For table service restaurants, you want to still budget in gratuity.
Another question that is often asked for people that haven't used the dining plan before is, how can I keep on top of how many credits that I have? The dining plan is pretty simple. You get a certain amount of credits for your quick service, your table, your snacks, and it's easy if you're not checking up on that to just kind of forget. But what's nice that Disney does is at the bottom of each of your receipts, they actually tell you the amount of credits you have left.
Another question I get often asked is, I have a certain amount of credits per night. So do I have to use them that day or that night, or else they just expire? And the answer is...
That's a good question.
It is a good question. The answer is, when you check into your resort, the credits are kind of just pooled during your vacation. So let's say you're there for 7 nights. That means you have 7 table service credits and 7 quick service credits, and then 14 snacks total. That's per person, right? So they'll pool all of those...
That's if you're on the Dining Plus.
The standard dining plan, yeah. So they'll pool those all together during your stay. And if you wanted to blow those all in your first day and go eat 50 churros in your first day, have a whole bunch of table service meals in the first day of your stay, then guess what? You can do that. There is total flexibility. You dream it. You can do it. Because the truth is, you can. You can use them as much as you want. If you have one day where you're maybe going off property, going to visit Universal, let's say, and you're not going to be using very many of your credits, that's okay. Don't worry about it, because they're going to just carry over to another day, and you can just eat more churros the next day.
Yeah, and what's awesome is because really the food portions are fairly hefty. Like they're quite good, whether it be a snack, whether it be a sit down or a quick service. Oftentimes you'll get by in one day eating just snacks and quick services. Then you have extra table services, so you can do 2 sit downs, or you can pool the 2 of them together and do a kind of a deluxe dining experience.
Totally. Can you downgrade your credits or even upgrade them?
What does that mean?
Well, you know, if you want to downgrade, let's say you have a quick service meal and you're not going to use it. So you want to maybe get just more snacks. You can actually trade in 1 quick service meal for 3 snacks. So it's awesome. You can downgrade. Now, the only thing is you cannot upgrade. I often get asked too, what to do at the end of your trip if you have some unused credits. Well, you know, first of all, what are you doing? You should have ate some more Dole Whips, huh? But that's okay. You have some extra quick service credits. We need to use them. You're in the gift shop. Go ahead and go get a whole bunch of like Mickey Rice Krispies, or this is a little one that people don't often know about. There is Goofy Candy Co. family packs of snacks. So you can get like, I think they're like licorices and like gummies and things like that. And because it's family pack, oftentimes they'll say, no, that doesn't count as a snack credit because it's like too big, right? It's family size.
But they're liars.
But they're liars. That one does count. So use those family size packs as 1 quick service credit and take it home, and you'll have a whole bunch of snacks for, you know, the plane, or when you get home and the kids are like having a meltdown, you can be like, here, look, I got Mickey snacks, woo! And then you're like the most coolest mom or dad ever. So the next thing is tips for getting the most out of your dining plan. First tip is use your quick service credits at Be Our Guest for breakfast and lunch, because that is only a quick service credit. Dinner is a table service credit, but breakfast and lunch is only a quick service. So
Great
that's
value.
actually a great value, because I think the roast beef dinner is like 25 bucks almost, right? So that's a huge savings. Then plus drink if you're paying out of pocket. Like that's a really good quick service
it's a good
credit.
value.
Yeah. Tip and trick number 2, use your table service meals at dinner time, because dinner tends to be more expensive than lunch or breakfast meals. So if you want to really get the value out of that, book your meals, your sit down meals at dinner time. Tip
number 3, use your sit down meal credits for the character dining. Character dining is very, very expensive if you pay out of pocket, but you can use sit-down credits for it. Plus, you don't have to line up to meet the characters. Your kids will love you for it.
Yeah, and you'll love yourself because you won't be waiting in those lines forever, waiting, you know, to meet Mr., you know...
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, Mr. Winnie the Pooh.
Mr. the Pooh.
Mr. the Pooh. Tip number 4. If you have a kid who's 3 and under, they're actually free on the dining plan. So they're considered Mickey's guest. Now at table service restaurants, so like one where they actually serve you and bring the food for you and you order off a menu, you will have to have your child who's under 3 just eat off of your plate for that one, unless you want to pay out of pocket and order like a little kids meal for them. So if you're worried it's not going to be enough food, then I highly recommend, this is my little tip, go to buffets, because they get their own plate at the buffets. So it's probably the best value as far as like when kids are under 3, they can fill up. It's just like a feeding trough for them at the buffet. Tip number 5 is quick service credits are actually pooled together. So if you have a kid who is a big eater, they don't have to order off the kids' meal. They don't. They can go and order an adult quick service meal if they want and just get more food, or you order it for them and then you eat their leftover food if you want. Sure, why not, right? You're on vacation, do it. So tip number 6 is credits are able to be shared. So if you have family or friends who are going with you and they're not on the dining plan, then guess what? You can share your credits with them. So if you want to pay for them a meal, you know, and be a really nice family member or friend, then go ahead, because you can do that. I've actually had family members who maybe they felt like the dining plan was a little bit too many credits for them. So what they did was they had 2 separate rooms, and room 1 got the dining plan, room 2 did not. And you know what they did? For their sit-down meals that they just didn't want to pay out of pocket for, they went and they just shared their credits. And then they paid out of pocket for the rest. So, you know, if you want to do that, that's another option.
Yeah.
If you have more than, you know, 1 room and 1 family member. Now, the only thing that you got to remember about the dining plan is half the room can't have the dining plan and the other room can't. Like, so if you're all in the same room on the same package,
You have to all have the dining plan,
yeah, just the identical package. Tip number 7 is check out the menus online and see the prices. If you are maybe a steak lover, look at some of the menus and check out some of the steak prices and maybe pick some of the restaurants that have more expensive meals.
Yeah.
So then you're getting the best value out of your dining plan. Tip number 8 is you can order specialty drinks off of the menu. So if you're at a table service restaurant and there's like a milkshake, instead of just getting a Coke, if you really want to get the best value, go ahead and order the milkshake. Like at 50's Prime Time, they have the most amazing peanut butter and jelly milkshake. Like
So good.
Well, it sounds disgusting.
It's absolutely delicious.
So good.
Yeah.
And tip number 9. With the addition of the 2018 dining plan, the table service meals and quick service meals actually include an alcoholic beverage. So those babies can cost $8 to $10, like for a glass of wine, or if you want like that margarita at the end of the day. That can be quite a big saver if you are, you know, getting those.
So the big question of this entire thing is, Brad, Jamie, should I do the dining plan?
Yes.
Yes, you should.
You should. You need to. It's
good.
the best.
It is awesome.
It's the best. You know why it's the best, Brad?
Why is it the best?
It's the best because it turns your vacation into an all-inclusive experience. And who doesn't like a good all-inclusive?
That is true. You're not worrying about it and you're just eating and having a great time.
You are, you know, because I know for me, if I go to a restaurant, I am the kind of person where if I see a $60 meal, I am not going to order it because I'm going to feel sick about ordering $60 worth of meal. But if I'm on the dining plan, I'm like, woo! I'm gonna do it, right? So I can really enjoy myself and it's all included. You've paid for it before vacation and you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
It's super convenient and easy. So I can't recommend it enough. I love the dining plan.
Everyone always asks, what's the difference between going to Disneyland and Disney World? Disneyland is an experience. Disney World is a vacation spot. It's a place where you go and you kind of forget about everything. And what's nice about the dining plan is it allows you to do that with yet another part of your trip.
So I want to thank you for joining us as we talked about the Disney dining plan. Hopefully this helped you plan your next Disney vacation. And if you need help planning your next Disney vacation, make sure to contact me, Jamie at clickthemouse.ca. That's my email. And you can also contact me through the website, www.clickthemouse.ca/Jamie.
And thanks for taking the time to watch. We appreciate it. Take a moment, like, subscribe to our videos if this is helping you plan your Disney vacation, and give us a comment.
Yeah, we'd love to hear what you think about the dining plan, and maybe if you like it or if you don't like it, we'd like to hear your comments. So yeah, have a magical day. See you later.
Bye.